Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining us for Money Mondays. My name is Belinda Ray. I am the Director of Strategic Partnerships here at GPCOG, and I am here with my colleague.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Paul Johnson. I am the Economic Development Director here at GPCOG.
And we're here to present you with Money Mondays, resources, and funding opportunities and jazz hands
Yeah.
for our member municipalities and regional partners. And so, with that, I will go ahead, share a screen, and Paul will get us started.
Thanks, Belinda. I have just two quick software solutions to tell you about. Some of you may have heard of them, but we offer them here at GPCOG. So they are a way for you and your municipality to save money if you would like to interact with us. The two of them are Placer.ai and STR Enforcement. And so I'll give you a quick overview of both of these software suites that we offer and how they can save you money. So first, Placer. Placer offers a variety of analytics, including visitor trends, trade areas, demographics, but it's also recently going into essentially a full market intelligence platform, which means there's reports on crime, there's reports on planned development, there's reports on traffic counts. So essentially, Placer is, so in plain English, Placer takes a ton of cell phone data and uses it to produce all sorts of reports and data, and it's on-demand data. And you can create areas in your town. You can analyze a neighborhood. You can analyze a development. I think you can pretty much analyze the entire town if it's small enough. And I just got my Portland report back, so I believe if Portland's small enough, the rest of us are probably small enough. You can analyze like one building, and you can look at the comings and goings. You can look at like where the people are coming from to go to that area, and then where they leave after that area. So an example would be Costco in Scarborough. If we want to actually analyze the economic development activity that Costco is generating around Costco, then that is something that Placer can do. And it's always interesting to say, okay, hey, if we plot Costco in Portland, are people leaving Costco and visiting Scarborough businesses, and is it actually churning the economic activity we hoped it would? That subscription is typically $10,000 or $20,000 for each municipality. The good news is GPCOG has a subscription, which means you can ask for reports from me. So what I can't do is I can't just give you my username and login, although I wish I could because that'd be easiest. But you can ask certain reports of me. Nancy Martin from Portland sent me a bunch of questions, and I said, hey, Nancy, let me work on these, and I'm going to try to develop some reports for Nancy. So I have that tool at my disposal. It makes really good out-of-the-box reports, and it'd be good for councils to presentations to councils or presentation to your public or just for your own internal use. So Placer AI, other towns actually have the subscription. We have it in-house. So if you don't think you're going to use it all the time and it just be better served to just do on-demand requests, we have it. So email me if you have any questions, and I can hope to get you what you need. But I would say bear with me because I'm just learning it, probably, and so I'm getting better and better at it. The second is we're offering a discounted software suite to help municipalities with their short-term rental enforcement. So many of our municipalities at GPCOG, they're at various levels of tackling the short-term rental challenge, let's say. Some municipalities are deciding to let it be the Wild West and not touch short-term rentals. And then other municipalities are having some pretty strict licensing requirements. And then the question is, once we do an ordinance and we do licensing requirements, what do we do to enforce? And really the answer is code enforcement ultimately is the entity that has to say, hey, you know, who is licensed, who is unlicensed, and do we make active measures to get more and more people licensed? So we offer a software suite. There's a couple of software suites out there. There's probably about 3 or 4 on the national market. The cost can vary wildly depending on the size of your municipalities, depending on your ordinances or what have you. The typical cost is anywhere from $5,000 to smaller accounts and smaller municipalities, all the way up to $100,000. And this is per year, by the way. And so essentially we offer a software solution Frankly, we can actually even use a lot of the software in-house to just help your code enforcement staff directly. So some municipalities have their own software solution. The one that we're offering is offered at a pretty steep discount. I'd say it's probably 50 to 60 to 70% off what you would pay if you put it out to RFP. And there's a lot to unpack with short-term rentals and how the software can help, so I won't get into it a ton, but just know that's another example of software that we have that we could help your municipality use to save you a lot of money if it, as opposed to if you went out and did it with a private company. So with that, Belinda, I will hand it off to you.
Thanks, Paul. So today I wanted to talk about the Maine Land Protection Grant. I've been doing a lot of federal grants and wanted to come back and do a local one. This is through the Maine Community Foundation. It's a competitive grant. It is annual, comes out every year, and it is to help people acquire land or conserve easement projects in order to build strong connections between the people and land and water. So that's the purpose. People that are eligible, municipalities, public schools, tribal governments that are recognized by the Department of the Interior, 501c3s, 5091A, 1s and 2s. Now, what it will fund, it will help you to purchase land or do things that you need to do to achieve conservation of that land, with the goal of creating or increasing permanent access for people. In doing this, they want you to have a lot of community involvement. They want people to be in favor of this plan. And they want you to have a plan for the future. So not just we're going to buy it and maybe we'll do something, but some kind of vision for what you intend to do with this land. Recent successful applications, I wanted to highlight the town of Brunswick received funding to help with their Merry Meeting Park project. They got $50,000, part of it through the grant, part of it through individual donor funds that are associated with the grant. So sometimes when you apply for something through Maine Community Foundation, you'll get partial funding through the pot you applied for. And then there are other people who are also supporting this particular endeavor and they might contribute. So altogether, they got $50,000 in 2021 to help with that project. In 2022, the Trust for Public Land worked with the city of Portland to purchase 24 acres to create the North Deering Park, and that's what's outlined here. You can see the park area outlined in orange. And then in 2023, the Coastal Mountain Land Trust acquired one. They used this to help them acquire 119 acres in Waldo. So those are just 3 examples. There are many more, and I'll give you a link to other recent applications so you can see. Important thing here, all of these projects are now complete. And that's part of what they want to fund. They don't want to fund we have an idea and it might happen 30 years down the road. They want to come in and help you get to the finish line on something you're working on. Key features of this program, there is no minimum. The maximum you can receive is $50,000. No cost share on this. It does help, obviously, to be able to show other funding sources. And with a $50,000 grant, it's obviously not going to be the only funds you have in the project. So good to show them when you apply what else you've already done and what else you have locked in or are thinking about. Things they absolutely won't fund are your staff costs, loan repayments, or previously incurred costs. So this is going forward. Most grants are like that. They don't want to reimburse you for something you've already done. They want to help you move something forward. The priority here goes to, like I said, things that are nearing completion. So when you get this funding, it's going to help get you over the finish line. They like to support agriculture and fisheries and forests. They want outdoor recreation is a big priority for them, climate change, and also want to benefit marginalized and historically excluded populations wherever possible. I made a new scale this week, the pretty little rainbow here, difficulty. This one comes in at 3. It's a pretty simple grant. You will have to gather some information, but not a lot. There's an online portal that walks you through it. You can work on your application answers, and then just copy paste them into the portal. And the deadline is September 16th. So you've got a good 6-7 weeks here. So if you have questions, here's where you can find out more. I've got their website, how to apply, step-by-step instructions about the portal. Here's the link to other recent winners so you can see what other kinds of things are funded. When you look, you will see there are a lot of trusts for land, those kinds of things. There are towns. They do fund towns. Like I said, Brunswick got some. Portland was part of the Trust for Public Land. So municipalities can get in here. And there's the staff contact if you want to talk to someone directly involved with this particular grant. That is what I have for you today. Our emails there, Belinda and Paul, feel free to follow up with us if you have questions. I will just take a quick check to see if we have any questions because I forgot to say, hey, if you have questions, type them into the Q&A. I don't see any. Paul, anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think the only thing I would add is if you're thinking about something with data or software, before you go spend money, email us first. We have a lot of stuff at your disposal that sometimes is not super obvious. So just remember GPCOG is here for you, and we try to do all these things to save you money. So if you have any ideas or brainstorms or questions, email me or Belinda directly, and we'll at least get you an answer. And if the answer is we can't help you, that's okay too. So.
And check out the Money Money's web Money Mondays webpage where you can see previous webinars. A lot of these programs, Paul's, a lot of them are consistent opportunities, and a lot of the ones I highlight are cyclical. So even if you've missed the deadline this time, it could be coming around again. Never too early to prepare. So with that, have a great week, everybody, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.